guys, good night, good night, good night, good night. Guys, it has been a while since I came live. How are you all doing? I hope everyone is okay. For me, myself, I'm not too bad. Not been so good lately, but you know what, tonight I'm feeling a little much better. But guys, anyway, I'm just coming from the store. I just went to get some stuff. So right now I'm making some dinner. I'm making a Jamaican dinner, guys. I'm gonna make some cornmeal dumplings. In here I have some flour and some cornmeal. I'm just adding some salt. I'm just adding some salt, guys. So and of course I will need some water to make my dough. Guys, I'm very, very hungry. I skipped lunch. So of course we will chat, but I'll be mostly concentrated on making my dinner. Right? I am going to be having some green bananas as well as some sweet potato. This guy is calling me live. Okay? Video call and I am on live. Okay. So with the ground provisions, guys, I'll just be steaming some cucumbers with some codfish. I haven't had that in a while. Don't feel for the meat tonight. Just want to have something, you know, like a little veggie, which will be good. I think I may be putting some carrots in that as well. Yeah. Just some pieces of carrots, not much. But basically it's all about eating some vegetables tonight with my cucumber and my codfish. Just making my dough right now. If you're just joining the live, I'm making some Jamaican dinner. I am making some dumplings, that's some cornmeal dumplings with green bananas and some sweet potatoes. And I'm going to have that with some codfish, with some steamed cucumber and some carrots. So a very yum dinner tonight. Won't be having any meat, but it will be good just the same. Right now I'm just making my dough for my dumplings, my cornmeal dumplings. Just have flour, cornmeal, some salt in this mixture. I am now going to turn up my stove up and I'm going to add these dumplings to the pot that I've been making. Guys, right now it's like a little after 7 p.m. where I am. Of course, I'm in Canada, and most persons are maybe on their way home, or even if they're home, they're probably busy relaxing or making their dinner. Roll and press, guys. Dumpling technique. See? So this is what we call in Jamaica some good strong food. Yeah? Good strong food. This is what make Usain Bolt so fast. Ground provision, guys. Dumplings, yam, banana, cassava, yeah, sweet potato. We do eat rice, but we prefer our ground provisions that are, the natural food from the earth, right? I think it's better for us. I'm cooking so much dumplings. I'll probably just cook 2 bananas. I don't want this pot not to be able to hold everything. And maybe 2 slices of sweet potatoes. That's it. I've gone 6 dumplings already. This one is 3 more, 9 dumplings. Wow, I made a lot of dumplings. But it's okay. Back home, what we do, in the morning, we warm them up. So what we will do, we'll slice them in half like this, from this point, and then we will fry them over in some oil. And that, guys, is really, really tasty. Really good. Yeah? You cook the dumpling, then you warm it up like the day after by frying it. It's really yum. Guys, this is the last one. It's making dumplings. Okay, that's the last one, guys. So now I'm only gonna take 2 bananas because that pot, I don't want it not to hold. I'm not gonna put on another pot. So I'm gonna put this one over here. Guys, I've not even packed out my baggers yet from the grocery store. I just came in, put the pot on right away because I'm so hungry. So guys, I'm peeling my bananas. I know what some persons just like they mark the bananas and then just put them in the pot. But in Jamaica, most times we don't do that. Most of us, we peel our bananas, right? So we mark them, and we just peel them like this, right? We take the skin off. And then we will put it in our pot to cook. I know most people, like in North America, that's not how you guys do it. You just, I know most of you don't do it like that. Most of you marry the banana and put the pot in the skin. But we don't cook the bananas in the skin, guys. Most times we don't anyway. 90% of the time we don't. Maybe if we do that, maybe somebody has nails. Like if you just did your nails and you don't want to mess your nails up, yeah, you may mark it and do it like that. But most of us don't do it like that. Even when we have nails just done. Trying to clean up at the same time, guys. I cook and clean at the same time. How much of you cook and clean at the same time? I cook and clean, guys. I can't manage all the work when I am done cooking. My sweet potato, and now we're just gonna cut 2 slices. Guys, I need to sharpen these knives. All my knives need sharpening. I'm just gonna have 2 slices of this sweet potato. Just peel in 2 slices potato spots. That would be it. Pieces. Add this to the pot. Guys, my pot has started bubbling. Not frantically as yet, but it started to boil. I'm just gonna half cover the pot because I don't want it to come over. And now I'm gonna be moving on to my cucumbers. I don't know how many persons know this recipe. Steamed cucumbers with codfish. So I'll be using maybe around 1.5 cucumber. I'll also be putting on this pot. Because I'm going to put the codfish on maybe for 2 minutes to cook, not much. Codfish, guys, is already cooked. This codfish that I'm using is the dried, cured codfish. So I will have to rehydrate the codfish before I can use it in whatever I'm preparing. So I'm going to put the pot on and let some water boil. Then I'm going to add the codfish in it. So guys, you put the codfish in warm water because 1, you want to rehydrate the codfish, right? And number 2, you want to get rid of some of that salt because it's cured in salt. So you want to get rid of most of that salt from the fish, right? So this is my codfish that I bought at the ethnic store. I'm just going to open my package, wash it, and transfer it to my warm water that is on the stove. I am just going to let it boil for maybe around 2 to 3 minutes. Then I'm going to pour that water off and add cold water and let the saltfish sit in it for a while. Okay? So that is how you really get rid of the salt. Guys, it's the first I'm buying this brand of codfish. I hope it's good. I've never tried it before. I always buy the Appleton brand from the ethnic store. So this is my first time trying. So this is the codfish. I'm going to rinse it under the pipe to get rid of some of the salt. Pieces. And then I'm going to transfer it to the warm water that is on the stove. Don't know if you can see over there. Let me just turn the camera. So here it is, guys. So this water is on the stove. Guys, as I said, I just came in from the store. I haven't even packed away my groceries as yet. But guys, my pot is boiling. It's bubbling. I don't know if you can see it. It's bubbling. Oh, I like it. It's bubbling. So guys, in 15 minutes time, that pot will be cooked. Yeah? Guys, in the meantime, let me tell you something. I don't know how much of you were watching when I went to the I have to remove the cover from this pot. Yes, I don't know how much of you were watching when I did a live. I went to the optician to have my glasses changed. But when I was there, I was trying to search for frames, but they did not have any frames that could fit my prescription, because my prescription is calls for a very sturdy frame, because the lenses are thick, and even though they reduced the lenses in the lab before adding them to the frame, the lenses are still thick. Guys, I'm legally blind. Oh. I'm legally blind. So anyways, yeah, so when I went there, they didn't have any frames that could fit my lenses. So I've been searching out places. So I went somewhere on Monday. Guys, I can hardly believe it. I have 2 insurance coverage, guys, that I contribute to each month. Every 2 weeks, not even each month, but every 2 weeks from my salary. One of them, this one in particular, I pay $65 every 2 weeks. That's $130 every month. Guys, I went to the optician. When the customer service person ran my health insurance card, she says, your coverage from the card is only $200. Guys, I almost fainted. Because guess what? My prescription and my frame came to $1,100 and something, almost $1,200. This is an insurance that I've been paying for about 2-3 years. She says your coverage out of $1,000 and odd, almost $1,200, it's $200. Guys, what am I paying this insurance for? I don't know. The coverage is only $200, and you can only get glasses every 24 months. That's every 2 years. She then said to me, because I have 2 insurance coverage, guys. So I said to her, okay, run the other card. She looked at me and she said to me, which one of them is your primary coverage? I said, both of them are my primary coverage, because guys, I don't get my health insurance from anybody else, right? It's 2 of my jobs that I get it from, so I am the primary card holder. So I said, both of them are my primary cards. She says, no, one has to be primary and one has to be secondary. She said, which job you joined first? Which one of them you got first? I said, this one. That one was a $200 coverage. So I told her, okay, run the other card and let me see how much it's gonna take, you know, for my glasses. She turned to me and she said, I cannot do that. I said, what? I said, why? She said to me, it is the same platform that she's using and she cannot run two cards on the same platform. I will have to. I can take the $200 from that card since that one is my primary, and then I will have to now pay the $1,000 and then make a claim to the other insurance company for whatever it covers. Guys, insurance company and coverage is big ripoff in this country. I could hardly believe it. I am saying this to say, guys, if you are living elsewhere and you have insurance coverage, and if it is anything like what is practiced back home in Jamaica, count your blessings. Back home in Jamaica, if my glasses came to, say, $80,000, which would be around 800 or 750 Canadian dollars, say my glasses came to that, what would happen is that when I go in, I would be able to run my two cards. Most of the time, it is 80-20. The insurance will cover 80% and I will pay 20%. Then when I run the second card, whatever is left, it will cover the second, it will take some of that off as well. Right? It will take some of that off as well. And from a bill of like 800 Canadian dollars, I probably would only be paying like a $50 or $100 maximum, guys, maximum. So, guys, understand my predicament. Anyway, guys, I called another insurance company. I told her it's okay. Please, 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 just cancel the transaction. I am not taking that today. I didn't bargain for the $1,000 to be paid today. So I told her, this is what I now tell. I said to her, please, 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 just cancel the transaction. It's okay. I didn't bargain to pay $1,000, 1,000 Canadian dollars today, having two insurance coverage. So she did cancel it. The next day, I called another place. They said to me, I called the insurance company because I am even thinking, before I called that other optical place, I called the insurance company just to confirm my coverage because I couldn't believe it. And sure enough, they told me it's $200 every 24 months. I said, are you sure that something is right, is wrong, or is it really right? They said, it is correct. Your coverage is $200 every 24 months. Guys, I pay $130 every month for that insurance out of my salary. Guys, does that make sense? Does that make any sense? Oh my goodness. Anyways, guys, I called the other optical place. Before I called the optical place, I called my other insurance provider. I said, how much do I have? What's my coverage for optical? They said $500. I said, okay, thank you. So now, guys, I'm not going back to that optical place. I'm looking another one because most of the time I couldn't understand why she's saying, oh, you have to use this one, you have to use this one. Most of the times when I go to fill a prescription, I use the other one first, and it's not an issue. And then I use that other one. I don't understand it. But she was there saying to me, guys, anywhere you go, it's gonna be the same thing. They're just gonna collect one card because you're gonna be using the same platform to run both cards. Guys, insurance is a big ripoff. I'm telling you, wherever you are in the world, count if it is anywhere like my beautiful country of Jamaica, count your many, many blessings. Yeah? Because in this country, you pay a lot for dental and optical. Right? They say the healthcare is free, but certain things are not free. Certain things are overly expensive, guys. Sure enough, if I was going to the doctor and just the general practitioner, I would not pay. All I have to do was to present my Manitoba's health card. Or, as long as you are here legitimately, meaning if you're a student or you are a permit holder, like a work permit holder, right? Or you're a citizen, then you can go to any hospital, right? Free of charge, no matter what. When I broke my ankle, I didn't have to pay for any services whatsoever, right? The only thing that they charged for was the crutch. And I was covered for that because I was injured on the job. So but you didn't have to pay anything up front. So they put my cast on, everything, all my x-rays, everything was covered by the government. So the rental of the crutches, I had to pay, but that down the line, you don't have to upfront any money at all. So that's the major difference between Canada and back home. Back home, you have to be paying something. Even though they say the healthcare is really free, it's not free because diagnostic testing and stuff is not free. You have to pay for diagnostic testing, and it is a lot of money. But that's the difference, right? But there are certain things that are expensive here. Optical, of course, very, very expensive. If I went to the doctor, say for instance, right? And I'm just adding cold water to this codfish. Just rinsing it a little before leaving it in the cold water. It's very salty, guys. I have to break it up and leave it in the cold water for a while, just to get rid of most of the salt. But it's also tasty. I like this codfish. I didn't know if it will taste, different or maybe the same to the brand I usually buy. But guys, it's tasting the same thing. It's the same tasting codfish. Some codfish back home, it tastes a bit different, but this one and the one I usually buy is the same taste. Apparently it's the same method of preparation of curing and stuff, so it tastes really good. So I'll just put that down to really kind of soak for a while. Let me see what's going on over here in my pot. Guys, my bananas are cooked already. My bananas are cooked. Yeah, was saying, if I go to the general practitioner, then I won't have to pay. If I am doing some diagnostic testing, I won't have to pay. Guys, I was talking to my mom just yesterday, and she was telling me about a neighbor of ours that had fallen on hard times, and she was in the hospital, and she was ill because she had a lot of complications, and she had an MRI to do, and she just could not afford it was I understand $100,000, 100,000 Jamaican, and she could not come up with the money. Guys, she died in the hospital, right? And they still didn't know exactly what was going on because the MRI was not done. That could not have been here in Canada. You don't pay for those services unless you want to pay for it, but you don't pay for it. You go to the hospital, something is wrong, a requisition is written, and you go and do the tests, right? You don't have to pay, which is very, very good. So guys, back to my story of my glasses. So I now called another optical place and I asked them, so do I use my primary? I told them I have two primary. I am the primary card holder because I am the person who is working at these two organizations. So I am the primary card holder. When I come, I need a pair of glasses. When I come, am I allowed to scan both of the health insurance cards? Same answer. She says no, you can only run one. Guys, whenever I go to the pharmacy, that one that has the 500, that's the one I normally use. And at the pharmacy, like prescription drugs, you can use both of your health cards. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with these optical places. I don't know. But what I do know, that the health insurance, a lot of this coverage is a big ripoff. Guys, I don't know if I'm going to continue on that coverage. I'm telling you the truth. I don't know if I'm going to continue on that health insurance. I don't know. It makes no sense for me to be paid $130 per month for $200 worth of coverage that you only get every 24 months. Guys, do the maths. Please. Do the maths. Is it me alone that sees that something is wrong? I know that it's probably, covering some other stuff. But the things that I need are like like these glasses that I have. I've had it for 3 years. 3 years, guys. So I'm not using, I'm not using the coverage that like often. I'm not using the card often. So I don't know. But the coverage is terrible. Horrible. I could hardly believe it. But it is what it is. But I just couldn't believe, Yeah, I just couldn't believe it, guys. Anyway, guys, something apart from that, I am preparing a video, guys. I'm doing research and I'm putting my clips together of the cost of living in Canada. I will start with a video of housing first. That's another issue, guys. That's another issue altogether, guys. In almost all the provinces, it is cheaper to rent than pay mortgage. Almost all the provinces. Of all the provinces, about 3 provinces, including Winnipeg, Manitoba, which I now reside, that the price of renting an average home compared with paying a monthly mortgage is almost the same thing. Most of the time, guys, it's it's more, and it's much more. For somewhere like Newfoundland and Labrador, guys, you want to rent, like say a 2-3 bedroom house, average rental cost is like 1,300 and something. When you check the price for the mortgage, it's like 2,300 and 1,000 whopping difference, guys. It's crazy. It's crazy, guys. It's a 1,000 whopping difference between the cost of rent and the cost of mortgage per month. I'm not sure why those prices are like that, but in most of the provinces, and I can only count 3 provinces where the cost is comparable. You know what I mean? It is like almost the same thing. Maybe a $200 difference, or a $300 difference, or $100 difference. As in the case of Winnipeg, it's maybe like a $100 difference, right? But the other, most of the other provinces, guys, the cost of mortgage is extremely high, and that is why you have to know what you're doing when you plan to migrate. You have to do your research. If you don't do your research, you can run into problems, especially with a thing like housing, because housing takes approximately 45% of your income, right? You will pay rent. That is the highest expense that most persons normally have, unless you're just kicking back and staying with a relative or a friend and you really don't have to pay rent. But for those of us who are paying rent or paying a mortgage, it is the highest cost that you're gonna have to be paying on a monthly basis. So guys, this research that I'm doing and the video that is coming out is gonna be very good information for persons who wish to immigrate to Canada. So you can now look into, where to land. That is not the only determinant, of course. Coming out in some other videos, guys, I'm going to be talking about transportation. I'm going to be talking about food prices, everything as it relates to food. Fine dining out, maybe just picking up a coffee or regular supermarket bill. I'm also going to be looking at social amenities, guys. I'm also going to be looking at taxes. Taxes is another one. Guys, every province has their own tax rate and tax laws. So taxes are very different, and that one you want to watch very, very closely. Guys, generally Canada has a very high tax rate compared to other countries, including the States. There are some states in America, and very few, where the taxes is higher than Canada. Most we are above in terms of taxation. So you want to be looking out for those videos when I drop them, because I'm doing thorough research, yeah, and we'll be sharing all that information with you. I'll be sharing all that information with you shortly. Sitting on my frying pan, guys. And I'm going to change this water. Guys, I'm changing the water. Guys, I don't have high blood pressure, yes? And I don't want this salt to give me high blood pressure. I don't want an elevation in my blood pressure. I'm putting some water on this catfish, some more water. Just switch my flame. Put it here. a stir with this. Guys, my ground provision is cooked. My ground provisions are cooked, guys. Yeah, they are cooked. So we add some water to this. I'm going to turn my kettle on so the water is nice and warm. Guys, you want to be looking out for those videos. It's gonna be very, very informative, very interesting information that is coming out, and very, very relevant. Even if you don't plan to migrate, but you know, sometimes you may plan to visit Canada, because guess what? When you visit, you know, you want to walk with your own money. You don't want to be depending on anybody when you come. So you want to know, you want to have an idea, right, of what the prices are here. So, to be very, very interesting. I'm going to add some oil to the pot. Today I'm using olive oil. Let's add some. It's boiling, guys. I'm just gonna add warm water over this food and just leave it to boil for a little while longer, maybe another 5 minutes or until this thing is ready. Guys, my foot is much better. I have no crutches now. Not that I'm doing away with my crutches. I am not doing away with my crutches because I still need them, because I can't bear all my weight on my affected foot as yet. But most of the times I don't need the crutches, which is very good. I'm so happy for that. So guys, let me show you what's going on in this pot here. So this is what is happening in this pot. I've added my vegetables, right? I'm now going to add over there, my food is there cooking. I'm going to add my codfish. So I've added my codfish. I'm just going to make a stir and stir that up. Stir it in. And then I'm just going to leave this to just fry up for a while. Alright, just leave it to fry up before adding my cucumbers to that. These are my cucumbers that I've already cut. I'm just waiting on that, to be fried up for a little while before I add anything. In the meantime, I'm putting away some of these things. Guys, I'm just putting away some stuff in my refrigerator that I bought at the store. All sort of stuff. Guys, I bought these. Just adding them, taking them out of the bag. These are planting, guys. But I'm not going to put these because I want them to be fully ripe before I add them to the refrigerator. I'm just going to put them over here. And I also bought a bag of onions. Now that I will put in the refrigerator. I will now add my cucumbers to my vegetable. And to that, I am going to be adding some margarine. I'm going to turn my flame down. I'm also going to add some black pepper as well. Yeah, maybe. Not much, maybe around this much. So I'm using about maybe 1 tablespoon of margarine. I'm cleaning while I'm cooking. It's just a habit that I don't have a lot of work to do when I'm going to cook. My cucumbers are springing water, guys. So I'm adding some black pepper into this, black pepper. And guys, I'll also add some crushed chili peppers as well, right? You guys, you really don't need to add much to this because we have already added our natural seasoning, right? So we're just adding peppers. You don't need to add salt because the codfish is already salted. And we are going to cover this for about 3 minutes and let it steam. Then dinner will be ready. Quick and easy, guys. Turn our flame down a bit. Just putting away my stuff here. guys, as I said, I cook and clean, so when I'm done, I don't have a lot of work to do. I'm just waiting on the pot, so I can just go ahead and wash up while I wait. Yeah? As I said, it's going to take about 3 to 4 minutes or so. So by the time I'm done washing, I'll be sharing. So how are you guys? Nikita. Hey! Hey! Nikki! Kemo Johnson, how are you? How are you, girl? Guys, I have not seen this person. I've not spoken to this person in years. We did the same pharmacy course, guys. We did the same pharmacy course together when I was back home in Jamaica. Nikki, how are you? Andreen, what's going on? Andreen, I'm cooking codfish for dinner. Late pot tonight, guys. I'm doing a late pot tonight. Hey. Comment in the comment section if you have had dinner already. I'm just preparing mine. But that's okay. I'm doing something that I know I would enjoy. Right? For those persons who are just joining, I'm doing some steamed cucumber with some vegetables and codfish. I'm doing some cornmeal dumplings with green bananas. So that's what I'm doing in the night here. It's about 7:48. 7:48 in Winnipeg, Manitoba right now. I'm cooking a night pot, guys. Didn't go to work when I was busy on the road, yeah? I was very, very busy on the road. And I was just telling everybody on the live how fortunate you guys are back home in Jamaica to have the health insurance plan that you have, because here it doesn't make any sense. So most of the time, insurance is a big rip-off here, guys, and you pay so much for it. You pay so much for insurance. I'm telling you. Guys, my codfish and my cucumbers is steaming up very nicely. You know, I can't wait to taste. Yeah, I like when I can go out and find my Jamaican food at the ethnic store and buy it. You know, because sometimes, depending on where you live, you really can't find your native food. But now I can find my native food. So that's good. If you're watching me from Nigeria or certain parts of Africa, I know you're hours ahead of. I know for persons in Nigeria, it's probably like in the AM now, it's just maybe 8 a.m., 9 a.m. How are you all doing? How are you all doing? Are you at work or are you on your way to work? Yeah? As I'm almost done washing up, I'm going to plate my food and eat because I'm so hungry. I was on the road for most of the day. I went out early and then I came back because I had an appointment with my occupational therapist, and I had to come back home for my 1:30 appointment and then rush back out because I had an appointment at the bank. So I am just coming home because I made to stop, you know. Guys, my dinner is looking yum, yum, yum. It's looking so, so good. Guys, one other thing. Guys, I'm feeling very lazy to do any vegetables. So I'm just going to add in some pot veggies and call it a night. I'm almost done. In 2 minutes I'll dish. I'm not going to cut any carrot tonight, guys. I'm not going to peel and do any carrot tonight. Not tonight, I'm tired of it. So I just add in some frozen veggies. And then I'm just going to cover this for another minute or two while I dish my ground provisions. Guys, I'm very excited when I can cook Jamaican food. It's big things over here when you can cook your native food. Yeah, because you don't find it all the time. Unless you go out like me now, I have to go downtown, which is, you know, a good 17 minutes drive. And I don't like going downtown, guys, because sometimes there's no parking because the ethnic store is always busy. You know, and downtown is just so congested. But I'm gonna dish my food now. I'm turning off my my flame. I turn off the right one. My dumplings and first, and then my bananas. I hope they don't break up, but if so, as we say in Jamaica, it's going to the same place, right? And we can eat them whole. So let's go, guys. Dumpling number 1. And dumpling number 2. Potato, oops, guys, the same thing. Banana broke, but it's fine. Banana, a dumpling, and then I'm gonna have my veggies on this side. So guys, I'm done cooking dinner. Done. I'm just plating up. Everything is done now. ready, guys. My dinner is ready. Guys, here is my dinner. It's looking some up. It's looking good, guys. Look at it. Vegetables with codfish. You know, mixed veggies with cucumber and codfish, guys. Guys, I am hungry. I am gonna eat. So I will catch you in another video or another live. Until then, walk good, be safe, and be good. Okay? Bye.